there's only one true answer for this. And I'm disappointed already that I'm probably the only one that noticed this, right? But waiver wire. What do you gentlemen usually pick up off the waiver wire most consistently in a fantasy year?
Defenses.
Exactly, right? You probably look for a team that has a weak matchup, and that's who I'm going to pick up. Now, there's one team that one of you in the fantasy sports world out there probably picked up 1 week, and then you were like, And then the next week they scored a lot more. You're like, And then the next week they continue to score, and you're like, okay, maybe I got to just play these boys, right? I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys for waiver wire pickup of the year. Last year, they had the most disastrous defense. If you drafted the Cowboys defense, you are a fool, right? You're definitely not going to play them against Tampa Bay on the first week. But then if you pick them up afterwards because of the matchups, well, what did the Dallas Cowboys do this year? They had 8 defensive touchdowns. That's more than some wide receivers. They had 38 sacks, 25 interceptions, and 8 recovered fumbles. They were by far the leading defensive scoring unit in the fantasy sports world. So I don't know who else out there. I mean, there's some great picks out there that you probably picked up on the waiver wire, and they probably did some good things for you. But the Cowboys consistently held it down for a defense that scored as much as anyone else on your roster all throughout the season.
Wow. So those stats are true, huh? 30. All right. I still will, because this man finished even above Zeke in the running back rankings. You could actually also, I think the most valuable part of picking up this guy is that if you needed a running back, he got you. But if you needed a wide receiver, he also got you and was one of the most productive people in all of fantasy. I'm talking about none other than the journeyman who might not be a journeyman anymore, Cordero Patterson. He was a fantasy winner. This is someone who off the waiver wire was literally outproducing your average receiver or your average running back. Anytime there was a bye week, he was the absolute best. He's like one of the first in the history of fantasy to be a gadget fantasy player, where you could just slot him wherever you need him. Cordero Patterson, without the shadow of a doubt, more than them boys. That doesn't even make sense to me. But Cordero Patterson, that is a pick, waiver wire pickup of the year.
Jeez. But anyway,
you guys might smell a theme here, but I'm going with a Cincinnati guy. His name is T. Higgins.
What was he a waiver wire pickup?
Oh yes. In my league, he was not.
How
drafted.
many teams in your league? There was 6, or there was more than 6?
10-team league was not drafted.
Well, 10-team league. Still, that's weird.
Borderline.
What's the name of your league?
What is the name of my league? What relevance does that have on anything?
Because I was going to look it up and apply to be in it next year.
Listen, we can battle. We'll do battle next year, Gaddy. You're the one who.
Let's do it.